going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to do the Trinity stitch. And all you need to do this stitch is any size yarn and any size hook that goes with the yarn. So when I say that, I mean if you've got thick yarn, get a bigger hook. If you've got smaller yarn, get a smaller hook. Anyway, here I'm getting this kind of a thicker yarn so that hopefully you can see easier. So this stitch is done in multiples of 2 plus 2. So because it's plus 2, when you need to get started, you can judge how much that you want exactly, and then when you're ready, then you plus 2 and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and chain in multiples of 2. You do the same, and I'll see you back here in a moment. I went ahead and chained 10, and now I'm going to do my plus 2. And then you want to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then you want to single crochet 3 together. So you start off by going into this same stitch where you just did your single crochet, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Then using the next 2 chains, you're going to be doing the same thing. You'll insert your hook, pull up a loop, then in the next one, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook. You have 1 hook going into the same stitch as a single crochet, and then 1 loop coming from the next 2 stitches. You want to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. And then you want to chain 1 and repeat this for the rest of the round. So you'll go right into this last stitch that you just did, pull up a loop, and then using the next 2 chains, you'll insert your hook, pull up a loop, not yarn over, you just go right into the next stitch. You're just doing single crochets. So you inserted your hook in the next 2 chains plus the stitch that was last done, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. And I just want to show it one more time a little closer. I'm going into the same stitch where I just did my single crochet decrease. Going to that same stitch, pulling up a loop, and then using the next 2 chains, I'm going into 1 chain, pulling up a loop, then going into the next chain and pulling up a loop. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops and chain 1. You're going to be repeating this till you get to the end of your row. And I'm almost to the end of my row, so I'm just going to go ahead and hurry it up. Pull through all. And I used my last chain to finish this last stitch. Well, I'm going to go, after I chain 1, I'm going to go right into that same stitch like I've been doing this whole time, and I'm going to do a single crochet. Then you want to chain 1, turn. Okay, when we're ready to start the second row, and we just chained 1 and we turned, we have this first single crochet. You're going to be inserting your hook and pulling a loop up through there. Then you're going to be going into the stitch that's in the top of your cluster. Inserting your hook there and pulling up a loop. And then you have your chain 1 space that's in between. We're going to go into that space and pick up the last loop. And then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. And then again, we're going to be going right into that same space where we just ended our last stitch, pulling up there, and then again going into the top of the cluster, and those are always the funnest to go in, by the way, pulling up a loop, and then going into the next stitch, which is the chain 1 space, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops and chain 1. You'll be repeating this for the rest of the round. So go into the same space that you did your last stitch again, go into the top of the cluster, and then the next stitch, which is the chain 1. pull through all 4 loops, chain 1. So you're always going to be starting in the last stitch where you just finished, and then you're using the next 2 stitches to complete. You will continue this for the rest of the row. Right into your very last stitch where you pull through all 4 of your loops, chain 1, and again you're going to be going into that last stitch and doing a single crochet. Then chain 1 and turn. And then again you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to go in your first stitch, and then the top of the cluster is your next stitch, and then the chain 1 space next. Pull through all 4 loops, chain 1. You're going to be repeating exactly what you did for row 2 until your project is as big as you desire. And I really hate the cluster part of this stitch. It can be really difficult to pull through. I have tried to make it a little less tight there. It doesn't seem to help because you're having to pull through all the loops all at the same time, and then you just chain 1. The only the way you make the stitch is by chaining 1. So if you wanted to pull your loop up just a bit before chaining 1, it would give you a little bit of a bigger stitch here. You won't be struggling like I am here. But it's up to you if you want to take that extra moment just to pull your loop up before you chain 1. It'll make your life so much easier. So anyway, I'm going right to the end again. Then I'm going to go right into that same stitch I just finished and do a single crochet. Then again, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and beginning right in this first stitch, you're going to start all over again. You're just, wow, that is so much easier to go through that stitch now. And then out of habit, I just did it again. Just pulling that up just the slightest bit helps so much for your next row. Anyway, continue to go back and forth, repeating that second row until your project is as big as you want. And like I said, the multiples are 2, so have fun with it. So that's it. That's how you do the Trinity Stitch, and I'll have the pattern on my website with helpful pictures like I always do. And please don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter, because I'm always giving you information on what's to come and about my yarn shop and whatever's happening with me at the time. I'll always let you know there. I have a lot of avenues where I post stuff, so this is that one place that I have that I can actually talk to you guys. So if you're interested in my channel and what I'm doing, please don't forget to take time to get to my site, www.meladorascreations, and subscribe to my newsletter. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll give a link to the end of this video and in the description box below on where you can find all the stitches that I have right now to teach you. So that's it. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.